Yo guys, what's going on, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Joe, and excited to be here today. So today we bring you another in the long line of Pokemon TCG openings that we're doing with the new Temporal Forces. I have two, not one, two of the Pokemon Center ETBs, and we're going to be opening them here live on the channel today. So don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you are new. Give me a second, and we're going to get all the packs out of these. And we're back. For me, that was a few minutes. For you, that was just a few seconds. So what I've done is I've unboxed everything here just so that we can kind of show it off. On the right, we have the future version, and on the left, we have the ancient version. So you can see here we have some really cool sleeves, some really cool dividers. I like that these dividers are actually a little bit holographic as well. I'll catch some light so you can see that. I think that's really cool. Here are our two promo cards. Let me see if I can get out from under that light. This is the non-Pokemon Center version, and this is the Pokemon Center. This is Fluttermane, which I think is really cool with all the lines coming out of it. Very, very neat. It does come with this set of die. Now, the damage counter dice are the same color, but the EX die is blue. On the right side here, we have our future version. Again, our sleeves, a nice holographic divider, and then our Iron Thorns as our promo cards. So very, very cool. So I'm just going to set all of this stuff to the side for now. Let's get it out of our way while we do our opening here. Oh, last thing I forgot to mention. Same color damage counter, but a green EX die, which I think is really, really cool. Okay, so let me get all this stuff out of the way. First and foremost, here are your code cards. Both of them there. Okay, so we have 11 packs here of Temporal Forces. I've heard mixed things. I've definitely watched a few other creators that have opened these. So I'm trying to keep my mind open. One of the things that I did notice is that Pokemon stopped doing, it appears, based on what I've seen, multi-hit packs, right? So in the past, basically from like, I don't know, mid Sword and Shield era, you could get your trainer gallery or art gallery illustration rares and a hit. With Temporal Forces, what it seems like is they've kind of cut that back. If you get, a rare card, an ace spec, an illustration rare, etc., you're probably not going to have something in the holo slot. But we're going to see. So we're going to start out. These are first and foremost from the Walking Wake box. There we go. Let me say that correctly. And we're just going to rip these. We're going to see what we can pull. There's our first code card. Of course, being that we are in the Scarlet and Violet era, there is no Pack Trick, Roselia, Cutie Fly, Sawsbuck, Perilous Jungle, Unfazant. We have a Grubbin, a Chatot, and a Koraidon as our holo rare. And there is our energy. Where did I put my energy cards? Let's throw them over there for now. Okay, we're going to continue. We're going to go one box at a time, I think, just to kind of see what the hit rates are like and not confuse, which box we're pulling from here. Our code card for those following. Okay, we have Meryl. That's actually interesting that they're making him a psychic type. He's a water type. So I guess they don't have fairy types, so maybe that's why. Dunsparce. Snom. Ooh, there's some damage to this pack. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this edge is like bent. Yeah, maybe that's how you can see it. Yeah, that's really weird. I've never seen that. Okay, so Shaman, Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking, Vikavolt. I think we might have something back there, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. Minchino, Excadrill, yeah, and I'm at Cargo. Those edges are deceiving. They make you think that you have a hit when you don't. So we're just going to keep on trucking, see if we can get anything else from this set. Like I said, I'm kind of keeping my mind open because from what I've seen, the hit rates are a little low, which might be good. If we get, a big hit, that might mean that it's worth more. And for those of you that don't know, I collect as a collector. That's and a Roaring Moon as our holo rare. That's my purpose in doing this is mainly just to, have a really cool collection of cards. So value is important to me, of course. It's something that I look for, but I'm also looking for those chase cards as well, right? So There's your code card. Speaking of, after this pack, I'm going to open the little guide that they give us. Ekans. That's actually a really cool artwork of Ekans. Turtwig, Iron Valiant, Rescue Board, Rimbombi, Sharpedo, Cutie Fly, ooh, and an Incineroar EX. I've heard the regular EXs are relatively easy to hit in this set, so we're going to see if that remains true. I've watched a few booster box openings, and I think the number was around 13 in the booster boxes, but we're going to see what we can get into ETBs. Before I do this, though, let me really quickly check and see what are our hit cards for this set. If I can find the page. There we go. So I know one of the big things that we have is the A-Spec cards. I'm actually kind of surprised to see an A-Spec shuffled into the regular trainers here. The Master Ball is really cool. I really like the Neo Upper Energy. Then we have the illustration rares down here. The Shift Tree is phenomenal. I actually hadn't seen that before. I really think the Litten is cool. The Snom is neat. What else do we have here? I actually already got the Excadrill. I got that in an opening. There's the Ghastly, which is really awesome as well. Let's see. The Drampa is cool. The Gengars are also big hits for this. I'm just going to see if there's like a Gengar alt rare or something, alt art. Because I see the Gengar here, which is pretty neat. Obviously, the Iron Leaves, Gouging Fire, Walking Wake, Iron Crown, Iron Boulder, etc. Those are all some really cool cards. Ooh, Morty's Conviction is phenomenal. Look at that with the Gengar in it. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So there's some cool hits in this set. Let's continue and see if we can get the luck to pull any of them. And we're back. I don't remember what I was just saying. I apologize. I just got a call, so there's going to be a cut in the video for that. Yeah, anyways, we're getting back to it here. Let me just turn my flashlight back on. There we go. Lickitung, Slugma, Solosis. We have Scream Tail, Zorora, Iron Valiant, Elgium, Lycanroc, and Dunsparce as our holo rare. So far, only that one EX. We're going to continue to see what we get as we go through here. Obviously, some great chase cards. Now, in terms of when you guys are probably going to see this video, it'll actually probably go up a few weeks after. I have a lot of stuff going on, and I pre-recorded a bunch of videos that need to get posted for Paldean Fates. So you guys might see this a few months, ideally a few weeks, but maybe a month or so after the release of this set. I apologize for that delay, and we'll work on getting better. Like I said, we just have a lot going on at home right now. So I've had to do some bulk recording to make sure that I had content for you guys on a normally scheduled basis as we go into even more uncertainty. Okay, so we have Drillbur, Rellor, Ponyta, Chatot, Centiskorch, Palafin, Eri, a Great Tusk, Ancient card, a Carvanha, an Iron Valiant. So far, the only thing that we've pulled is that Incineroar EX. What I did with Paldean Fates, and you'll hear this in one of the videos, or if you've already watched that video, you'll know this. I'm kind of getting to the point with some of these sets, you know, they keep, not nerfing, but they keep changing the pull rates and things like that. And, you know, this is not my full-time job, obviously. So it's becoming harder and harder to buy, you know, full sets, and that's my luck. That right there is my luck. There's a Roaring Moon in the back. I think this is the most valuable card in the set right now, this Iron Leaves EX, which is phenomenal luck for me. Centering looks really good. I love the texture. The moon is really cool in this. Yeah, centering's good. Yeah, I mean, this card is clean as heck. Okay. Anyways, what I was going to say is it's getting harder and harder for me to justify buying a lot of these cards, right? Just because, you know, with the cost of them having gone up, right? It used to be like $110 for a booster box. That was easy. And now it's almost 170. And with the pull rates being reduced, you know, it's hard to say that there's any return here. And so what I'm thinking I might do is, you know, I'll continue to buy a couple of boxes of whatever for each set. But if there are certain cards that I really want, I will just go and buy them. Ooh, followed up by a Sawsbuck. Okay. So this box is starting to turn around a little bit for us. I really like that illustration rare. That's really neat. And it looked like the Deerling, when you put them side by side, they make a really cool picture. Very pretty, very pretty. Okay. So as I was saying, now that we've hit 2 great pulls in this box, what I might be doing is, you know, I may do some bundles. Like I said, Elite Pokebox, phenomenal, great subscription. But not only that, their tribe shop is amazing, and they do offer, like, not necessarily master set bundles, but you know, they offer great pricing on all of their stuff. So I might get some of their bundles, but I'm probably not going to be investing a ton in, you know, going after like booster bundles and ETBs and stuff like that. I'll definitely do UPCs if more of those come out. But it's just not financially, doesn't make sense, especially where we're not monetizing the channel yet. Hopefully we do someday. But with that being said, I'm going to continue doing these openings with each set if I can. I might lapse 1 or 2 sets depending on what I see and hear about the upcoming sets, because there's just so much to collect and they're coming so fast. There's another illustration rare. And again. So far, we just finished our first box. We did get 4 hits out of the 11 packs, which is not terrible. So there are our last 2, and I'll shut off the flashlight for this so that you guys can kind of see that a little bit better. Nope, that doesn't help. So we got this really cool Sawsbuck card. Yeah, there we go. Sawsbuck. We, of course, got our Iron Leaves EX. Amazing card. Our Cutie Fly. I really like this art style. It's kind of cool. You have the Picky Peck right in the background there, and your little Cutie Flies. Very nice. And then, of course, our Incineroar EX cards. So we're gonna chalk that up. So we got 4 out of 11 packs had hits. No pack had double hits, right? So we're seeing that. But back to the story that I was telling. What I'll probably do is I'll buy a few sets of each, you know, new release. And then if there are cards that I really want, like the Bubble Mew, for example, from Paldean Fates, obviously I didn't pull that. I really like Mews. Mew is one of my favorite Pokemon. So I'm probably going to go and buy singles if I can find them at a reasonable price. And again, it's all for the collection. But with that being said, let's have fun with that. Drop a comment with your favorite Pokemon. Tell me who your favorite Pokemon is, and maybe leave an explanation as to why. For me, Mew. Why do I like Mew? And well, Mew and Mewtwo, really. One of these days, I'll have to show you guys my full collection. I just think it's really neat. You know, it was a very rare Pokemon. There was only one, you know, in all of the lore, you know, and it's super powerful as well, which I think is cool. You know, and it's just nostalgic for me because, you know, when I was first opening cards was obviously the original Game Boy games. First off, Red and Blue, like I still have my carts for both of those, my cart for Yellow, etc. But I think also, like, right around the time that the original movie came out, Pokemon 2000, when Neo Genesis or whatever the Neo series was released, around the Gold and Silver era, which again, I think I still have my gold cartridge or my silver cartridge, one of the two. So, you know, it's nostalgic for me, right? So I just really like those. And I think that the artworks over the years have been phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, Farigiraf EX. That's our first EX or anything, really, from the second set. Giraffe with a hat. So we're going to put that aside. Let's see if we can keep going. So, again, not great pull rates. Still no evidence of multi-hits like we used to get. There's your code card. Mr. Mime, Raichu, Victini, Sharpedo, Metagross, Roserade, Iron Valiant, Relicanth, and Cargo. So not having great luck with this box. You know, and this does tend to be my luck, right? So kind of hit or miss, frankly. And again, this just goes back to why I was talking about, you know, not maybe opening quite as much of each set, and instead just going after the singles that I really want, you know, separately. It also gives me a chance to get them in graded format as well, obviously, if it's not too expensive. And a Scissor EX, that's our second hit from this ETB. So far we're halfway there, and I think we're halfway there on packs as well. Yep, just about. So 2 out of 4 at the halfway mark. Half and a half. Okay. Here we go. Bronzor, Mudbray, Ghastly, Finison, Excadrill, Dhelmise, Keldeo, Sharpedo, Scyther, and a Drop Up. I also have stopped kind of doing the master sets too. When I first got back into collecting, you know, I tried to do all the master sets, but again, they're releasing so many cards so fast, you know, and everything adds up ultimately. So it's just easier to kind of go the route that I'm thinking of going here. Go Screamtail, Meditite, Reuniclus, and Morty's Conviction. There we go. Okay, so this is not the alt art version of this card, which is kind of a bummer because it doesn't have the Gengar present, but it's still a really cool card. So that is the third hit that we've gotten from this box. Let's see if we can beat the last box. I'll see what we can do. Okay, Dunsparce, Snom, Pikachu, Scyther, Electivire, Cinccino, Future Booster Energy Capsule, Bramblin, Arbok, and Miraidon. Okay, we're going to keep it going here. We have, I think, this is the third of the remaining packs that we have. So we have 2 packs after this left. Ooh, okay. Hopefully that doesn't bode badly. There's a little crease on that corner there. So we have Carvanha, we have Ekans, we have Turtwig, we have Poochyena, sorry. Sableye, kind of cool artwork there. Rescue Board, Iron Valiant, Duosion, Carkol, and a Relicanth. Okay, 2 packs left. Can we get some 2 last pack magic, please? Code card. Sizzlipede, Marill, Golett, Elgium, Great Tusk, Delcatty, I see an A-Spec in here, Explorer's Guide, Reboot Pod, Pidove, and Koraidon. So technically, A-Specs are rare, I guess you could say, and they have some really cool designs. The design on this reminds me of the Chinese box sets like the Umbreon and Blastoise and Rayquaza. There was a pack in each of those that had hollows with this pattern, and I love that hollow. So that is 4 hits. Last pack magic. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see if we can get some luck on our side here. The code card. Zoomeril, Yamper, I think we might. Grubbin, Medicham, Iron Treads, Buddy Boffin, Zoroark, Fortress, Moonfizant, and a Feraligatr. Well, guys, thank you for joining me as always. We did get some decent hits here. We had a total of 8. Most of the good hits, I think, really came in the first pack, including that Iron Leaves EX. As always, though, if you like the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It is free, and it helps me out a ton. Definitely don't forget to check out the other content that we have on the channel. And until I see you next time, peace.